You know, I started as a junior lifeguard back in 1995 over at Griffith Park Swimming Pool. And I said, wow, man, this is something I might want to do as a job. I wasn't a really strong swimmer, but I said, I think I could, you know, put my heart into it and become a lifeguard. And so I trained every day to pass the LA City lifeguard test. By the grace of God, I was able to pass the test and I became a lifeguard. I kind of worked my way up through the aquatics division. I actually got my first manager gig here at Glassell Pool. The best memories, I mean, this swimming pool, I remember coming out at the end of a long summer day, just really laying down on this deck here and just looking up into the sky and saying, man, what a gig. You know, I was here to 2001 and then I got transferred into the office. I was overseeing all of our lifeguard training, our certification for the aquatics division. And every lifeguard class that was graduating, you know, at the end of the day, I would go up, we would present the certificates. And ultimately, I mean, those were a lot of my favorite moments because I knew the training and the work ethics that we instilled in them, it's gonna reflect what aquatics division did. Our primary role is recreation, community service, but we have a very important secondary role, which is mass care and sheltering. So when we have a local emergency or disaster that displaces people, right, and renders them homeless, Rec and Parks actually coordinates all of that effort. In 2015, I became a superintendent that oversaw both the Citywide Aquatics division, where I came from, and emergency management division. So I became kind of the head lead for both divisions. As an emergency manager, during Saddle Ridge fire, which was, before COVID, it was our longest sustained operation. We were, I think, operating for 7 days straight, 24 hours a day. And during Saddle Ridge, we actually had to activate our employee recall system, where we had to recall staff in the middle of the night to open up 20 shelters across the city because of Saddle Ridge. And it was a really special moment because we sent out a notification and I just happened to be outside of our small department operations center at the time. And almost like Field of Dreams where the cars start driving in, I started seeing that. I started seeing staff come in and I just stood there and you know, it sounds a little cliche, but I literally, like, I had a teardrop. I mean, it was amazing to see staff. We didn't know if it was gonna work or people were gonna respond. And I just literally started seeing cars driving in and we were able to activate the 20 shelters and open all that up. July of 2022, I got the call from Mayor Garcetti. He said, "You're my guy. You know, you've been with the department. You understand the department. I want you to be the general manager for Recreation and Parks."
Better suited to take on.
And when Mayor Bass came on, I've been fortunate to be working under Mayor Bass for the last 2.5 years. We're one of those departments that has a little bit of everything. We have the Gene Autry Museum, two of the most iconic locations in the city of Los Angeles. We have, you know, the Griffith Observatory, which is an amazing free location that Angelinos can go to. They see the observatory and the Hollywood sign. And what people don't know is that the Hollywood sign is actually part of Recreation and Parks. And then, of course, oh man, I almost forgot, we have the Greek Theater. That is a Rec and Parks facility. That is where, you know, stars come to perform. And of course, you know, Venice Beach. Venice Beach is also a property of Recreation and Parks. There's so much to do within the city of Los Angeles, with so much that we offer for the citizens of Los Angeles, and as well as the world, because, you know, when travelers come, when they come to LA, very often they come to Rec and Park facilities, whether they know it or not. You know, parks aren't just green spaces. I mean, they are community hubs. mean, they are places where people gather, not just for recreation, but just in all different types of scenarios. I mean, I talked about my experience as an emergency manager, and you know, you saw this during Northridge, you saw this during COVID. People were in parks. Right after the closure of the city, first place people came to were the parks, to get out to open spaces. These are spaces that are really important, like community hubs. They gel the community together. These are where people, I mean, just now we could see people walking around the track here. And some of these folks don't know each other, but as they pass each other, you know, it's, hey, how you doing, right? And so these are really gathering spots and gathering places, and really the heart of our communities. The summer is when all of our swimming pools open. All of our rec centers have summer camps. Not only our summer camps, but also our swim lessons, our team sports, all of our sports leagues. We have amazing lineup of community concerts that are going to be happening from MacArthur Park to Pershing Square. We're planning some stuff in South LA with Councilmember Price and Council President Marquise Harris Dawson. We have amazing events that are going to be happening at Hanson Dam with Councilmember Rodriguez. She's actually opening up a duck pedal boat operation in the lake. That's going to be amazing. We want to really do things to get community into our parks. Aquatics Division 2 years ago started their summer pool parties where council members come out, we invite the community to come in and just really have a festive time, you know, in the summer under the sun. So really excited for the summer. Every summer I try to get to every single one of our recreation centers for summer camp just to visit and talk to staff. You know, a lot of people, when supervisors come around, they're like, oh, the GM's here, you got to go work, right? But I'm really there just to show my support and make sure that, you know, if they need something, I'm there to support them. It's really about the team, the staff here at Rec and Parks. The 1,400 full-time employees, we have thousands of part-time employees. That's really the engine that makes this department work. I mean, it's not just bring up, you know, basketballs, soccer balls, opening up the swimming pool. It's all the behind the scenes work. It's the training that they get, you know, how they engage, our instructors, how they engage with participants. I'm so fortunate to have such an amazing workforce, you know, but ultimately at the end of the day, you know, I tell my staff, like, I'm a city employee, through and through, a city employee. And, you know, I really work for them because I'm the guy that has to help them get all the resources to make sure they have what they need. Those are the folks that actually do the work and really engage our communities and have those connections and really makes what we think of recreation and parks so special. All of our park programs could be found on laparks.org. That's where all of our programs are. I'm coming up on my 30th year, so that includes my part-time years and my full-time years. Yeah, I mean, this was my first job as an adult, and I've been here all my life. I'm so lucky to kind of be part of this department. I still love working for the city. I love this department. I love this city. I love working for recreational parks. I just love serving the city of Los Angeles.